This channel has been promising puns since it began. And now it's time to get them! Let's just sleep right in. You know, they told me I had type A blood, but it was a typo. Where do you find chili beans? At the North Pole. You gotta think about that one for a little bit. Then you wanna smack me. Why can't a bicycle stand on its own? Because it's too tired. Why do ambassadors never get sick? Diplomatic immunity. And now for some cow puns. What do you get from a pampered cow? Spoiled milk. What do you get from a cow that's far away? Milk that's pasteurized. And what do you call a cow that gives no milk? An utter failure. What do you call a cow with no legs? Ground beef. It's not as awful as you think. It's the other, it's ground beef. Not, you know, without geometry, life is pointless. You know, when you get a bladder infection, you're in trouble. A backwards poet writes in verse. Yeah, he often broke into song because he couldn't find the key. Hey, what's the definition of a will? Come on, man, it's a dead giveaway. Did you know that bakers exchange recipes on a need-to-know basis? Need to know. Oh, that's bad. You know, doctors tell us there are over 7 million people that are overweight. Of course, you know, those are just round figures. That's awful. What do you call a woman that stands between two goalposts? Annette. When is the best time to go to the dentist? 2:30. When she told me I was average, that was mean. I used to work for H&R Block. It was just too taxing. When you've seen one shopping center, you've seen them all. Did you hear? All the toilets at the cop station were stolen. The police have nothing to go on. Velcro? What a ripoff. Did you hear they arrested the former chewing gum manufacturer for unlicensed experiments? Experiments? You know, I used to be a baker, but I just never made enough dough. What did the emo kid say when his mother poured oatmeal on him? Why are you so gruel? Like gruel. You know, cannibals love to meet people. I didn't realize how awful that sounded until I said it out loud. You know, I used to sell computer parts, but I don't know, I just lost my drive. Did you hear how NASA recently sent a bunch of cows into orbit? They're calling it the herd shot round the world. Fact of life, you feel stuck in your debt when you can't budget. You know, the girl said she recognized me from the vegan club, but I could have sworn I had never met herbivore. I'm reading this book about anti-gravity and I can't put it down. Having venison for dinner? Oh dear. You know, some river valleys are absolutely gorgeous. A termite walks into a bar and says, "Is the bartender here?" Did you hear about the cannibal that was late for dinner? He got the cold shoulder. That's so awful. Prisoner's favorite punctuation mark is the period because it marks the end of his sentence. What happens to deposed kings? They get thrown away. What kind of tree do fingers grow on? Palm tree. That's a terrifying mental image, though. What is a gambler's heaven? Paradise. What do you call a rabbit with fleas? Bugs Bunny. What do you call two people in an ambulance? A paramedics. You know why a bicycle can't stand on its own? Because it's too tired. You know, when the smog lifts in Los Angeles, UCLA. You know, reading while sunbathing makes you, well, red. Did you hear the news about corduroy pillows? Are making headlines. You know, I used to be a marathon runner, but I couldn't stand the agony of defeat. Defeat? Ugh. You know, I should have been sad when my flashlight died, but honestly, I was delighted. What do you get when you cross a parrot with a centipede? A walkie-talkie. How do chickens dance? Chick to chick. I like that one. You know, a grenade tossed into a kitchen in France would result in linoleum blown apart. You know, the little boy didn't tell his mother he ate some glue. His lips were sealed. You know, the Cannibal's Cookbook, How to Better Serve Your Fellow Man, was written by a guy who had a wife and 8 kids. That is awful! 2 ball weevils grew up in North Carolina. One went to Hollywood and became a famous actor. The second stayed behind the cotton fields and never amounted to much. And he, of course, became known as the lesser of 2 weevils. I'm thinking about adopting a pet. Oh, you should get a horse. They're very stable. Why couldn't the chicken find her eggs? She mislaid them. You know, I've been to the dentist office several times, so I know the drill. I used to work for a blanket factory, but then it folded. Why does lightning shock people? Because it doesn't know how to conduct itself. I love that. That's so cute. And all the dead batteries were given out, free of charge. And I also used to be a doctor. But too often I'd lose my patience. I didn't realize how terrible that was till I said it out loud. How do you tickle a rich girl? Say Gucci, Gucci, Gucci. Like the brand, Gucci. You know, I used to be a train driver, but I got sidetracked. Oh, waiter, this tastes like mud. I know, sir, it's fresh ground. You know, the math professor went crazy on the blackboard. He really did a number on it. Say, have you got bills to pay? If you do, please give it back. He looks silly running around bald. You gotta listen to that one again. That's clever. You know, pencils could be made with an eraser at both ends, but what would be the point? Male deer have buck teeth. You know, when a clock is hungry, it goes back 4 seconds. I was gonna be a hotel clerk, but I had reservations. What Disney movie's about a stupid boyfriend? Dumbo. The defendant is charged for feeding explosive to a male cow. Abominable. She was only a whiskey maker, but he loved her still. And to end this video, there was a person that sent 10 different puns to his friends hoping one of them would make him laugh. Unfortunately, no pun intended. I love that one, I love that one, I love that one. I will quote that till the day I die. So now that your IQ has been dropped by 10 points, I really want to do another one of these. So tell me some good puns down there, or on Twitter, or all the other social medias, which are all linked down there, and hopefully we'll do another one of these. This was fun. What? BT dubs, you like my new light setup? I do.